Alright, we're out here today with the Gras. We're going to shoot some black powder loads. A couple things when you're shooting black powder. I have a container full of water and a universal decapper set up. And after I shoot the cartridges, I'm going to deprime them and drop the fired cases in the water to neutralize the black powder corrosiveness. We're set up here at 50 yards. We're going to experiment with our paper patch bullet and see how we do. So that's a couple extras we're going to do here, and it's kind of critical that you wash your brass, and we'll get started. Okay, the model we're going to start with is the 74. And what I'm going to do is flip this sight all the way over and use this notch here at 50 yards. There's a little notch right in there in the sight. We're going to try that, because I believe the other sight's a battle sight. Let me see how we're looking here. And of course this is set to where this is going to be a royal pain in the ass. Alright, let me get it leveled. Okay. So I got it to where it's good on this rest. And let's see what we get. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to run down and see where that went. But there we go. Okay, even with this sight shooting a tad bit high, I checked the fouling, not too terrible, and I'm going to try to lower the sight picture a little. Okay, going to deprime these, drop them in water. Alright, got my universal decapper. Going to knock the primer out so water flows through, and just chunk them here in the water to help neutralize the black powder fouling. And we're going to go down and take a look at the target now. Alright, first shot was high. And then dropping it down in the notch and lowering it, lower my point of aim down in here a little bit better. So the gun's right on in terms of windage. It's just getting your elevation and adjusting your sight picture. Now we're going to try to put 5 in the diamond. Okay, like I said, I fire a few rounds and I like cleaning them out. I'm not competing, there are no rules. And what I'm doing is just learning to shoot these old guns. So, I'm going to run a brush down the bore. And debris did come out. So I loosen that up, put on my jag. Black powder solvents. on the patch, which is just basically water-based solvent. Run a wet patch down, which has some gunk and debris on it. Then I'm going to run a dry one down. And just clean it out. This is my own personal preference in dealing with these firearms. Alright, now we're ready to go. I'm going to try a 5-shot string for accuracy. Okay, the bore's nice and clean. I got an idea where my sight picture should be. So let's see what we can do. Everything's ejecting okay, working fine. This Bertram brass is fantastic. Expensive, but does the job. Alright, last one. Oof. Gotta see if I can get some accuracy out of this load. Something satisfactory. And with these full charges of black powder, this gun does recoil fairly well. Okay, we'll go down and look at the target. Alright, that's the grouping I got, and I am impressed. What I did was just line the sight up and level it and put it here at the bottom of the paper. And in that way I was able to consistently draw it into the diamond. And we have a 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inch spread somewhat. Of course, some of that could be my paper patching may not be too correct, and it may throw the bullet off and got one flyer. But this group right here, these 4 shots, now I'm satisfied with the grouping I'm getting. I got more control in that. It'll take me another few, about 100 rounds or so, to become proficient with this gun and this ammo. So I'm satisfied with the standard 74. Now I want to see how a converted Chaspo rifle, which is the 6674 I have next, that does have a chamber insert, so there's a small section that constricts right before the rifling. And if you try shooting a 446 bullet, it's not going to work. And I had abysmal results trying to shoot smokeless loads with a large diameter bullet. Now we're going to move on.